friends, Kim from Stamping Imperfection. Thank you for joining me. I am making a video with my sassy and crafty goodies today, and I'm making a masculine card for the Make the Cards challenge for this week. So I'm playing around with this fantastic stencil. The stencil is the phone cord stencil, and I'm loving it. And I'm going to use the stamp set called My Kinda Crazy. It's a cute little critter stamp. And I want to do a special technique with this stencil. So I've pulled out some of the, this is the Ranger texture paste, and this is the transparent clear texture paste. And I've got this really pretty Coronation Purple glitter from Maker Forte. This is their Sugar Sparkle glitter in Coronation Purple. And I'm just mixing a small amount of that clear, transparent, or that transparent glossy texture paste with a little bit of the purple. So this should dry clear and I should see lots of purple sparkle there. And I'm going to be very careful to wash off my stencil and my palette knife and my mat and everything right away. So that, because you can't leave this to dry on your materials or it will definitely damage your materials. And I'm also going to put that piece aside on a flat board so that it dries. And I'm going to be very patient and let it dry completely. So while it's drying, I'm going to color in two of the critters from My Kinda Crazy. I love this phone cord one with the two friends talking on the phone cord, and I thought it would be super fun to send this. And the sentiment I'm using is we're like a small gang, because one of my former colleagues is also a former student, and we are like best friends now. And since we taught physics together for so long, we are like a small gang. So I thought this would be super fun. And I love the telephone cord because one of the things we covered in physics was waves. This is so perfect. It's just perfect. So I thought he would think this was super fun. And I'm going to actually, you notice I use the purple glitter. I'm going to use purple, the Coronation Purple paper cardstock from Maker Forte also. Purple is a great color for guys. Everybody always uses browns and grays, but I'm going to use purple because his school colors are gray, or purple and whites, or purple and yellow. I can't remember. But it's purple. I care about the purple, so that's what I'm using. So I used the YR27, YR23, YR24, and YR21 to fill in this guy. And I'm using a little bit of the E18 and E15, E13 and E11 to do those are like spools of wire there that they're talking through. That's what they look like to me, spools of wire. So I used a darker brown to color those in. And then I'm going to use the warm grays for the little rabbit. And for the ears on both of them, I used RV13. So I'm just using W5, W3, W1, and W0 for the little rabbit. I'm just keeping it simple. And I used that same pink for the nose because I thought that was super cute. And I do my darkest color around the edges and under the arms and places I think would be shadowed. And then I take the next color and go over the darkest color and widen it out and pull out some of that darker color. And I go right over it so I know they blend. And then this is the W1, my third color. I went over the W3, pulled it out, and filled in more. And I just fill in the rest with my lightest color, which in this case is W0. And that's going to be the coloring really on these cards. Like I keep it very simple. And I also did the little heart in the middle of the cord. I'm going to throw that into my brother's Scan and Cut and let my brother Scan and Cut do all the work. I'm just going to trim down the sentiment. Sassy and Crafty does not sell coordinating dies, and that saves you a bit. So that's the dried phone cord stencil. I love it. Notice I just did in the middle, and I did not try to be neat around the edges at all. I wanted it to look a little messy, and I don't know. I grew up with a long telephone cord, and we used to like drag the telephone into the other room so our parents couldn't hear us, when really it was, just around the corner, so certainly they could hear everything we were saying. But the telephone cord was everything. It had to be really long. So that's a fun memory, actually. So I love this stencil. And I think this is, my sister and I used to do the cup with the cord between. There's a hole in the wall. We slid the cord in between our bedrooms, and we would talk on the, really we could hear each other through the wall, of course, but it was fun to do the styrofoam cup thing or the tin cup thing. So my card base is cut at 4 1/4 by 11. I scored and folded it at 5 1/2. The purple is cut at 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And that white mat that I did the stenciling on is 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm just going to add a bunch of foam to the back of these little critters. And I'm using up the edges of the little foam that I have here. So once I had that really covered, I popped it on, and I sort of put it toward the bottom of what I did, and I tried to make sure that I got it straight. And then I put a little purple mat behind my sentiment and popped that up on some of this nice Derice foam. I actually really like this Derice foam quite a lot for sentiments and really small things, and I popped that right in the center between the two, and I love the way that card turned out. I think it's a really fun card, and I think it's a perfect masculine card. And I also was trying to decide what color embellishments would I like to add. And yes, I'm going to add some sequins. I got I got one of these Sassy and Crafty embellishment packs, and I loved the sequins in them. I thought they were super fun. The sequins, they're not just sequins, it's actually really good shaker bits, but I pulled out, there are some sequins in this particular package that look like gears, and I really like them, and they're very iridescent. So I just put 3 down, and that was that. That's going to complete my card, and I will put all the links to these products below. If you, I have to say, Sassy and Crafty has some of the best sentiments I've ever seen. They're fun and funny and touching. Like, they're really great. They're just different sentiments than you ordinarily see on cards. They're not the same old thing. So definitely check it out, and check out their stencil collection. It is fantastic. If you are a mixed media artist, you definitely want to check out the stencils at Sassy and Crafty. So this is going to complete my card for the Make the Cards challenge. We would love to have you join us this week. I'll put all the links to the stuff below, and I would love it if you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel while you're here. Thank you so much for watching, friends, and have a fantastic day.